What's up, everybody? It's BWADE. I'm going to hit you with 5 of my favorite WNBA picks for Saturday's lineup of games. As always, I'm going to walk you guys through that data, the analysis, explain to you why I like these picks so that you have enough data and information to make informed decisions as to whether you want to tail these picks. As always, it's still gambling. Things can go, sideways whenever, so always bet responsibly. Looking at how we've been doing, there weren't any WNBA games. And before I go any further, I hope you guys all had a great 4th of July. Hope everything was safe. You guys got to spend it with some loved ones. And I appreciate all the messages I got from you guys in my DMs as well. So, yeah. All right, let's get into these. So, the last WNBA pick video was for yesterday, Thursday. We cashed our 3-man. You see that on the screen here. Great outcome for that. Looking at today, I gave out an MLB video. We cashed a 2-man on that. And that cashed in the 3rd inning. That was easy money. So we made a few units. The other slip ended up chalking, but we still went up 2 units on the day for MLB today. And then I gave out one free pick on Instagram. That cashed as well. If you guys aren't on my Instagram, make sure there's a link below in the description. I give out free picks there all the time. I don't always have time to make a whole YouTube video, but I can always just drop picks on there. So make sure you're subscribed to my Instagram so you get those in my story when I post them. I kept getting DMs from you guys, whether it was, wishing me a happy 4th, telling me about the wins that you guys were hitting today. We cashed the fuck out in VIP again. We hit multiple DFS slips. We went 3-2 on game picks, but we cashed our 2-unit and our 1.5 unit play, and we hit a couple plus units, right? So I think we went up something 2.5 units maybe. I made like 2,500 on game picks, so we're cashing the fuck out in VIP. I've already cut prices to $25 a week for the rest of this summer. Like, now is the time to get in. Start making money with us. When you sign up using code MLB, you're gonna get 80% off. It's going to cost you $5 for a week of picks. You'd make that back in like your first wager. So tap in, do that, or you can just sign up with one of these apps I tell you about. Whether it's Sleeper, Parlay Play, or any of the apps below in the description. Underdog, Dabble, Chalkboard, Betr. Any of the apps below in the description. You sign up, use my promo code, make a deposit. It can be as little as $5 or as much as $1,000, whatever you want. Send me a screenshot of that sign up and I will hook you up with a free week of VIP. You guys will not regret it. On top of that, I give away an autographed jersey every month on this channel. This month we're doing a signed Jefferson jersey. All you have to do to be entered to win that is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. This is going to be the 9th autographed jersey that I give away, and it's just a small way for me to say thank you to you guys and kind of give back. So I'm excited for that one. It is a sick, it's an authentic white Vikings jersey, Nike, stitched on, Beckett authentication. So make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let's start getting into these picks. So I'm starting out with Kelsey Mitchell, over 2.5 3-pointers. She's cleared this in 5 of her last 6 games. She is just shooting really well from behind the 3-point line right now. She's going up against a Sparks team that gives up the 2nd most threes in the WNBA. They give up over 9 a game. They're giving up almost 7 a game to guards, the 3rd most in the WNBA. And they give up 34% 3-point shooting to opposing teams, right? Which is in the bottom half of the WNBA. Kelsey Mitchell is one of the best 3-point shooters in the W. Again, she's gone over this in 5 of her last 6. When we look head to head, she dropped 4 against them in their matchup this year. That was literally just a week ago, maybe 8 or 9 days ago. And then she went 1 for 3 last year, but really the fact that she dropped it this year on them, you look at how she's been shooting lately, other than this game where she went 0 for 5, 67%, 67, 44, 71, 50. Like, she shot 50% or better from 3 in 5 out of her last 6 games. So I love this for her going up against a team that does not defend the 3-point line very well. I think Kelsey Mitchell gets off and drops at least 3. Pairing that up with Tiffany Hayes, over 10.5 points. Now, I know she's going up against Minnesota, one of, if not the best defenses in the W, but Tiffany Hayes is hitting this consistently, and there's still a lot of room for growth there. So when we look head to head, she's hit it twice against them, missed it twice against them. So that's kind of a toss-up. It doesn't do much for me. Her average is literally right where the line is. But again, she's hit this in her last 5 games in a row, and you look at her volume, right? And she's hit this in every game where she's played at least 25 minutes, right? So she's been starting. She wasn't in the starting lineup earlier in the season. She's worked her way into the starting lineup, and since she's been in there, since she's played at least 25 minutes, she's hit this in every game. And when you look at her field goals consistently, right? She's taking 12, 12, 13, 13. I love the consistency in her volume. And she's only shooting like low 40s and then low 30s. This game she shot 62% and dropped 21 points, but the fact that she can shoot 30% from the field and still hit this number easily gives me confidence that even if Minnesota defends her well and she only shoots 30 or 35%, she's still going to get over this mark. When we look last year, she shot 51% from the field, right? She's only shooting 40% so far this year, which tells me there's still a lot of meat on the bone with these points. I think that she honestly is probably going to be scoring closer to 18 to 20 points the rest of the season as long as she stays in the starting lineup. Her shooting is going to come back to the average around 50% as long as she keeps this volume up, continues to get these minutes. I love it. I think 10.5 is there's a lot of value at that, so I'm taking the over on Tiffany Hayes here. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 3.6x for this on Parlay Play. I've been using this app for a little over a month now. I absolutely love it. They have great payouts. You can see we're getting 3.6x for this. They have a ton of different stat categories for the WNBA, great promos, and they're just rolling out more and more good promos as the app has kind of been around longer. And when you sign up using code BWADE, they're going to give you $5 for free, no deposit required. It's just $5 to try the app out with. And then if you decide you like the app, I think you probably will, that first deposit's going to be doubled up to $100, right? So ideally you end up with a $105 sign up bonus. And when you make that first deposit, send me a screenshot. I'll hook you up with a free week of VIP. You guys can tail all our picks. You will start cashing with everybody else who's in VIP. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Justin Jefferson jersey. Let's get into these next 3. We're going with Aaliyah Boston, over 8.5 rebounds. She's gone over this in 6 out of her last 9 games. She's been hitting it pretty consistently, and what I like to see is like every time where she's had a down rebounding game, she bounces right back with the double-digit rebound game, right? From 8 up to 10. She dropped down to 6, back up to 11. She went down to 7 in this game. She only had 7 here because it was a blowout, and she only played 24 minutes. If she played her full allotment, she would have definitely hit this number. But when you only play 24 minutes and it's a blowout, there's no need to really hustle like that. So I think she bounces back from that here, and we grab at least 10 boards in this. 8.5 is a great line, especially with the payout we're getting. When we look head-to-head, she went for 10 rebounds against them just 9 or 10 days ago. She had 14 rebounds against them in their last matchup last year. So she's hit it against them in her last 2 head-to-head matchups. She's been hitting this consistently. I like Boston over 8.5 rebounds. And then Kelsey Plum over 1.5 3-pointers. Now, Indiana's defense has been lights out. Like the last 2 games they've played, I think they held Minnesota to like 54, and then they held someone else to 59. Oh no, Vegas to 54 and Minnesota to 59. But Kelsey Plum has cooked Indiana from the 3-point range, right? Since last year, she has had at least 2 3-pointers in every game against them, and she's averaging 3.6 threes per game. All we need is 2 here. I'm not sure if she's going to have another 6 3-pointer game against them, but asking for 2 threes is a pretty easy order from Kelsey Plum. You look last year, and she did that in 89% of games. She's on a new team this year. You know, she's trying to feel things out. She's had a little bit of a rough patch here over like the last 10 games, but I think she bounces back and hits this. This is the first time since, last year there was one time where she missed it in back-to-back games. This year she did that once. I don't expect it to happen again. She just missed it against the Liberty. I think she bounces back and gets at least 2 here. And then I'm taking Napheesa Collier over 8.5 rebounds. So she's going up against Golden State. She had 11 rebounds against them last time they played. That's one of her best rebounding games of the season so far. And when you look at games where she's gone under this, there's only been one time where she's been held under 8.5 rebounds by a team that wasn't a top 5 rebounding defense, right? So we go through Washington ranked 3rd, Atlanta ranked 2nd. This is the only one. The Aces ranked 11th. Then we got the Sparks ranked 4th, Dallas 4th, Sparks 4th, Dallas 4th, right? So they're all top 5 defensive rebounding teams, except for that one against the Aces. I don't think Golden State's able to hold her under here. She had 11 last time. I think we get at least 9. See that slip on the screen here? We're getting just about 5.2x for this on Sleeper, but Sleeper also has a 44% profit boost right now, so when I put that on there, I'm getting 7x for this payout. Sleeper has a bunch of great promos every day, like this 44% profit boost, great lines, great payouts, and a great sign-up bonus when you sign up using code BWADE. They're going to give you a $100 sign-up bonus as a deposit match and give you a free pick as well. Y'all, these sign-up bonuses are free money. Easy way to increase your bankroll. And it gives you access to more promos you can take advantage of. And you have another app where you can line shop and make sure you're getting the best payouts for all of these entries you put together. So sign up, take advantage of that stuff, send me a screenshot of your deposit. I'll hook you up with that free week of VIP. You guys can be like some of these people that have been DMing me today telling me about all the wins that you're hitting with us. So appreciate you guys. Again, I hope y'all had a great 4th of July. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed Justin Jefferson jersey. Let's get some fucking bread.